everyone, and welcome to today's Instagram live, where I believe I am live on YouTube. If somebody could let me know. So anyway, I'll jump to it because I have something for us to do. So we are going to look at episode 315, the North-South Divide, with Anna from English Like a Native. Now, whilst we wait to make sure everything is working, I have a little... What's the name of this, actually, in English? Do we know? This is called a word search. So notice that there, how... I'm trying to get this. Here we go. So word search. Word search. I love the word because of that vowel sound, that long, I call it the long idiot. Word search. Oh, I've just noticed there's two. Word search. So that would be like that, wouldn't it? Sorry, not that. Like that. Word search. So see what words you can find and let me know in the comments, which I am now trying to find. Go. I'll do some singing if you're just concentrating. Okay, it is live. 4 people watching. This is fame. So that, I think that looks like Ola. Hello, nice to see you, Lola. Ola and Rainbow, you are live. Okay, thank you very much. I've got it on my phone. Doing things very simple. Can anyone see any words here? And just to let you know, sometimes words are written that way, which is a bit strange, I know. I didn't make this. Okay, so we have the word handy. I just saw from Ola, which is here. Handy. Beautiful. Any more? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that looks like Heike says hi. Hello, Heike. Okay, so we do have one, so well done for getting that one. It's not so important, so we can move on. So, okay, the word south as well. I actually don't know where that is. And we have Andrew as well. Hi, Andrew. So these are some of the words. Maka says Essex. So these are the words you should have here. So tankard, south, north, stag, scattered, expensive, overwhelmed, layer, handy, friendly. And all of these words relate to the episode that I recorded with Anna. So Maka says Essex. So if it's Essex, like where I'm from, there should be another S there, Essex. Always great to be from somewhere where this is in the name, isn't it? So, okay, these are the words you should have. They're all related to the episode. And so here they are. So layer, friendly, going this way, controversial, I know. I didn't make this myself. I just put the words in and it was generated. North, handy, overwhelmed, expensive, tankard. This one is scattered, and stag. It's almost impossible when it's the other way, isn't it? So we will look at some of these words later on, just for some other ones though. So stag, remember we normally say stag do, the party before you get married. Hen do for women, and the word do just means party, by the way. You can, very common, I'm having a bit of a do next week. So for example, my son's christening, baptism, is a week on Saturday. I've said to my friends, come along, and then we are having a bit of a do afterwards, a bit of a party. So where are we? Okay, expensive, quite simple. Overwhelmed is a nice one. You've got too many things to do, too many things to remember. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Layer. I am wearing at the moment 2 layers, t-shirt, jumper, 2 layers. Handy obviously means useful. Like this pen is very handy to write with. But when you are handy with something, that's a lovely term. He's very handy with a hammer. I think that's how it was used. And obviously friendly. People from the north are apparently friendlier. So you will need a pen and paper. Again, do you have your pen and paper with you? Tell me yes or no. Are you prepared? If not, go and grab your pen and paper and let's get started. So a message from Daniel Aljan, hello, and Lao Cheklay. Good evening, Martin. Good evening. Sorry for my terrible pronunciation of all of your names. So just quickly, this is a video I made on Instagram and also published it on YouTube recently. Which one do I say? A, B, C, or D? So for the people that haven't seen the YouTube version, because the answer was not revealed, I am just quickly going to show you this. Oh, 1 second. Okay, let's go. Okay, you tell me what you hear, A, B, C, or D. I probably need this.
A, B, C, or D. Are you ready? Let's go. I won't hop. I'll say it again. I won't hop. To find out the...
Okay, so what was the answer? A, B, C, or D? You can now put it in the comments if you want, and then we will quickly talk about that. Okay. Now, you should hopefully have seen, okay, Rainbow says D, and that is the correct answer. D, I won't hop. Okay, now if anyone had difficulty, the difference there is between the, so want, oh, and hop, and O for won't, and O for hope. I have got something for you here just quickly where you can listen to the difference of those. Let's have a look or a listen. Want, won't. So that want, won't. Oh. Here's the slow one. Won't. Want, won't. Notice though when you slow it down how far that comes later. Want, won't. Want, won't. Want, won't. Want, won't. Now that was played at full speed again, but did you notice maybe it seemed slower because we had done that exercise together? That is what we do on my jungle listening course, if anyone is interested. So lots of people said D, all correct, well done. So just quickly, hop is this, by the way, when you jump with 1 foot, that is hopping. And does anyone know the name of this game? I don't know if this game exists in other countries. It certainly exists in every playground in England. You jump like this with one leg, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2. Does anyone know the name of this game in English? Like I said, every school playground, I think, in England has one of these. Does anyone know the name? I'll give you a clue. It does begin with the word hop. Looking for comments. I cannot see any. Okay, I will give the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe it's because of delay or just no one knows and no one is trying to guess. So the answer to that is hopscotch. Not sure why. Scotch is a type of whiskey. Not sure what that has got to do with this, but the game is called hopscotch. Okay, now let's get to the meat and bones. Okay, let's get to it. Yep, no one tried to guess that. Okay, so one of the things, we're going to still look at some of the vocabulary. We had a quick look at that earlier. Okay, someone said, sorry, don't know. That, what is the name of this? We have already seen this word. So that is a tankard. Okay. Now, a question. Have you ever drunk from a beer tankard? So notice that pronunciation as well. It's not tankard, it's tankard, tankard, tankard. Have you ever drunk from a beer tankard? I must admit they're not so common these days in the UK like this with the handle. But anytime I have drunk from one of them, I feel like a real drinker. But let me know. Okay, so going to the episode now. There was a point in the episode where I was telling Anna, I mentioned the story about Anna not responding to my message for 6 years, where I asked her to come on the podcast. And when talking about this is what I said. Now, I kind of do make no sense in this. Again, you need your pen and paper for transcription exercise here. First time, just listen. Don't try to write anything, just so you've got an idea, even though I think you'll be more confused. Then we will break it down and see what we get. Okay, are we ready? Could do with a comment here, but never mind. Okay. I'm just going to play it like this. I'm not giving you any clues this time. I'm just straight out playing. Remember, at this point, don't try to guess. Okay, so this was, the context is talking about Anna not responding to my message. Okay, so let's go. You were and are, like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went to your spam thing. Now, like I said, I don't expect you to understand anything there. Just one more time, just to get an overall, even 1% understanding. You were and are, like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went to your spam thing. Okay, so now we are going to break this down. Okay, so this is the first part. We'll listen maybe to each part 3 times. You were and are. You were and are. You were and are. You. Okay, 3 times. Go to this next part. Like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went. Like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went. Like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went. Now that end bit is the real jungle. That is jungle English, isn't it? Like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went. The interesting thing about this is classic jungle, in the sense that I'm changing my mind about what to say here and not really making much sense. But let's keep going. This is the last part. Actually, we'll listen to everything so far that we've listened to. You were and are, like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went. And then the last part. To your spam thing. To your spam thing. To your spam thing. Okay, that's everything. So we're going to listen again to everything. You were and are, like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went to your spam thing. Okay, now, is anyone brave enough to write something? I haven't actually received a comment in a while now. I am getting a little bit worried that it's not working. So, is anyone brave enough to tell me what they understood there? Okay, I am actually going to play it slower for you. I'll play it at 50% now, okay? 50% speed. I've just slowed that down for you, okay? Just so if you want to see it. I know people like actually seeing these things, so look what's just happened. It's now spread like this because now we're listening at 50% speed. You were and are, like, you've got a much bigger following, I'm sure, that went to your spam thing. Okay, so this is what you should have. Okay, so I got a message from Ola there. You were and are. Yes, so this is what you should say. And this is an example of me speaking not making much sense. I wanted to say you were and are much bigger than me, in the sense, not physically, like bigger, more famous, let's say. I'm not sure. So like you've got a bigger following. I'm sure it went to your spam thing. Okay, so a few good comments there. So yes, you were and are like you've got a much bigger following, and I'm sure now this part is almost impossible. In fact, I'm not 100% sure it says that. I imagine that's what I wanted to say, that it went to your spam thing. But let's just listen to that part again, just to show you how jungly that was. So you were and are like you've got a much bigger following. I'm sure that went to your spam thing. So again, if I listen to that one part, sure that went that went that went sure that went sure that went that went. So it's basically the word it, because obviously it is not an important word. I've basically just completely missed that. It basically says I'm sure that went, which should have been that it went, but I've kind of just lost that, and just because obviously these finish with the same sound t and t, and it just says that went sure that went sure that went sure that went sure that went, and there we go. So now where are we? Let's go back here. Let's go to the next part. Okay, so one more challenge. Who is Anna? This is the context of what we were talking about, and now we are going to listen to what is said. So again, we'll listen a couple of times just to get a overall meaning, overall comprehension, and then break it down. So I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. So I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. So I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. Okay, now we will break that down into a few smaller chunks. This was when I was obviously introducing Anna. So I'm sure actually most people... So I'm sure actually most people... 2. So I'm sure actually most people... 3. Now, maybe go to here. Know you, so just a quick... Know you, so just a quick... Know you, so just a quick... And there's 3. Intro about you. Intro about you. Intro about you. And now all again. Am I going too fast? Tell me. So I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. Okay, and we'll do one at slower speed. How are we getting on? So I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. Any ideas? So this is what we should have here. So I'm sure, and again, I spoke about this last week, the adverbs, I would talk about this every week, how that word has just completely changed, has now become, I'm sure Ashley, most people know you. So just a quick, just obviously the word just basically will always lose the t. So just quick. So let's listen again, see what we notice when slowed down. All right, okay. Most people have actually got that. Let's have a listen. What am I doing? So I'm sure actually so just there. I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. And we'll just listen one more time full speed. So I'm sure actually most people know you. So just a quick intro about you. And boom shakalaka, we have done it. So now where are we? Okay, dad joke, mixing it up. The kind of dictation listening can get a bit heavy, so mixing it up now. Dad joke. Okay, you know I do like a dad joke. And remember, when you understand all dad jokes, it means your English is Creme de la creme, I think I said last time. Really good. So, what do you call an illegally parked frog? Any ideas? Obviously, put them into the comments. The answer, toad. Now, do you get that? I actually think this is really difficult. So, I think it would be quite difficult to understand that joke. So, frog, I think everyone knows what a frog is. Toad, not sure how famous toads are. Very similar to a frog. In fact, don't ask me the difference of a toad and a frog. Very similar. So, this is a toad, apparently, according to Canva, anyway. And also Toad from Super Mario Kart. In the original Super Mario Kart, Toad was actually really, really fast. But did you know the word toad is also this, to tow a car, but written in a different way. So this is to tow. So people, you will often say, my car has been towed. Now, toad, toad. Exactly the same. They are homophones. So spelt differently, but the same pronunciation. And if we break that into sounds, I can even demonstrate. So t, o, t. How many sounds? Toad, toad. So that would be t, o, d. And this is the same. T, o, d. Toad, toad. Hilarious joke, hey? What do you call an illegally parked frog? Toad, because toad and toad. So Maca, don't you say my car has been towed away? Yes. Often we just even say towed, to be honest. My car has been towed. My car has been towed away. No, I would just say towed. It's kind of understood, I suppose. So, yes, hilarious dad jokes are really good for learning vocabulary and pronunciation in English. So, very useful. Okay, dad joke done. So, we were talking about real men. Okay, a real man from the north. This is how I imagine a real man in England, in the north. And from the south, we have people like this. Do you know who that is? The one and only David Beckham. Quite a long time ago, I think, that photo, that haircut. Very famous for his haircuts, Mr. Beckham. I can almost tell you the period based on his hair. I would say that was 2002 based on that haircut, if you're asking. So we were talking about real men, and what do I say here? Okay, let's have a listen. Okay, yes, okay, you're looking at that. Right. What do I say when? So I was telling a story about when we met some northerners and we went drinking with them. So what do I say about this? So Rainbow says Bex. Exactly. That's what we call him. That's what I call him because we're mates, me and Bex. So what do I say about the relationship with the northerners going drinking with them? Okay. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. What did we hear? That's a nice short one. That's it. There's nothing else to that one. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. What did I say? Okay, I can slow that down again if you want. Just again to show you what I'm doing here. Normal speed, slowed down speed. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. What did I say there? Any ideas? So the other day we were drinking under the table. Yeah, this is a difficult one. It's not so easy. So I'm going to really break this one down for you. We'll go 75. We'll go 50 here. People I can see are getting involved. Okay, I think we have a couple of right answers there. They were okay. We do have some good answers here now. Okay, so yes, I've seen they're drinking us under the table. Okay, so let's just keep your answers coming. And now let's listen, okay? See if anyone changes their mind after this.
Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. 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 Yeah, they were drinking us under the table.
Again, the last one there was actually full speed, but probably maybe seemed slower to you. So I have seen the correct answer in the comments, which was this. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Okay, so I see that someone has written the other day, which is two people have written the other day. That's interesting. That's really, really interesting. Let's have another listen and see. We'll listen. We'll do that exercise again and see now if you can identify. And I'm going to try and see how you identified the other day.
Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Yeah.
Just notice that they were. So like the word were has now just become were. Almost just if you said this sound, what some people may say the W, but it's not a W, it's a were. It's basically that. I mean, there will be a very small schwa there. They were drinking us under the table.
Yeah, they were drinking us under the table. Us under the table. Yeah, they were drinking us under the table.
And there we have it. So yeah, they were drinking us under the table, drinking us. Also, the connection between drinking and us, I think, is interesting as well.
Yeah, they were drinking us under the table.
It's like drinking nuss. It's like nuss we have there. So there is another one for you. And that's a really good term as well, to drink someone under the table, to drink a lot more than them. It's a really common thing. So have you ever drunk anyone under the table? I have a really good story for this. When I was about 19, I went out with some people I worked with, and the person's younger brother was there. And the younger brother was 14 and I was 19. And he challenged me and my friend, who was also 19, to a drinking competition. And we said, yeah, sure, of course. And I remember thinking, I think I'm going to lose this. And then all of a sudden, he just kind of fell down on the floor. And we had to call an ambulance for him. He was only 14. And then I felt really bad because I had been drinking with him. So I drank him under the table. The only time I've ever drunk someone under the table. And luckily he's fine. I actually saw him recently, bumped into him and reminded him of that story. He's now 34-ish. So everything finished well, luckily, but yeah, it was quite scary. It's not the common expression. That's why we're getting wrong, drinking us under the table. Yes, of course, it's not a common expression. But that's the challenge, isn't it? That's the challenge. Okay, so why am I showing you this? This is connected to the podcast. This is a famous cereal in the UK called shredded wheat. Why am I showing you this? So rainbow, that sounds scary. Did he need to go to hospital? I'm not sure if he needed to, but he went to hospital. It's a crazy story. I only thought about that when I saw him recently. But like I said, he's fine. He was just being sick a lot, just a bit drunk, really. I think the ambulance was an exaggeration. But anyway, why am I showing you shredded wheat? Okay, the answer is this, because in the podcast, Anna did something really interesting when she needed to talk about the north, east, south, west of England. I got confused there. And a way that we remember this in school is never eat shredded wheat. Now, not really good publicity for shredded wheat, because it's like saying never eat it. But that is how, I don't know if it's still the same, but my generation, every child remembered how to say never north, east, south, west. That is called mnemonics, I think is the name. Another one I remember at school was to remember the planets, the order of the planets, and it was this: my exquisite, which I don't know how to spell, just leave that one, exquisite mind just stored up 9 planets. And it used to be Mercury. Oh God, I should have practiced this, shouldn't I? Mercury, Earth. Oh, it was my very exquisite mind. That was it. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. I think, hasn't that changed now? I'm not sure. But I've thought quite interesting to share with you these things about how we remembered them. Some comments here. Favorite baby RnR breakfast? No, we don't eat shredded wheat in our house. Porridge, if you're asking, is the common breakfast here. So now, when we were talking about British weather, okay, this one's just a simple one, just a few words, which I think will be relatively easy. If you can fill in these words. So Anna was talking about British weather, basically, and said this, I think.
Yeah, they would.
No.
Yeah, they would.
No.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've completely lost my thread.
No, it's not that one either, is it? That one's for later.
So whenever I'm doing a staycation, no matter how hot it feels where I am in London, I always pack like a number of layers.
Okay. We'll play that again.
So whenever I'm doing a staycation, no matter how hot it feels where I am in London, I always pack like a number of layers.
What do we have here? So Andrew said, Maka. Yes, the planet Pluto has been kicked out from the planets. That's what I thought. Okay, one more time.
So whenever I'm doing a staycation, no matter how hot it feels where I am in London, I always pack like a number of layers.
Okay, so Maka. So an interesting thing is, this is actually 3 words, this one. I forgot to mention, could be one. That's 3 words. Just play that one more time.
So whenever I'm doing a staycation, no matter how hot it feels where I am in London, I always pack like a number of layers.
So I can see lots of correct answers. I think what people won't hear, why have I not got the answers? Oh, oh, okay, right. Okay, never mind. I can write them. So staycation, absolutely. I think everyone got that. Staycation. It's quite a new word, really, meaning when you go on holiday in your own country. No matter how hot it feels where I am in London, I always pack. And then she says, like like a number of layers. And again, remember, I am wearing 2 layers. How many layers are you wearing right now? And a staycation, like I said, when you go on holiday in your own country. So let's listen to that pack like a couple of layers thing again, because that is very jungly. We'll even change that, the speed there. Let's go. Let's just go straight to that.
Where I am in London, I always pack like a number of layers.
Knows how. Stop that. Okay.
Like a number.
Liar.
Like a number. Like a number. Like a number. Like a number.
Like. So it's almost impossible to basically understand that. But here is how it would work in a transcription method used on my jungle course. So light. This would be I, and the k is it's actually become a glottal stop. Lighter. One more time. There we go. So Andrew says a staycation is an after COVID world. So I thought that with staycation you have to stay in your own house place, but does it concern staying anywhere within your own country? Or you have made me question myself there, Maka. Staycation meaning a holiday spent in one's home country. Oh, thank God. Rather than abroad. So yes, your home country. Yeah, to stay in your own house. I'm not sure if there's a word for that, but yeah, to stay in your own country. So anyone here, have you had any staycations? When was the last staycation you had? See, now this was it. Yeah, this was the slide I was looking for. When was the last time you had a staycation? I don't like staycations in the UK because the UK is expensive and the weather is pretty bad. So when I was in Italy, I very often had staycations because there were many places to go, but not so much anymore. Is vacation rather a US term, says Rainbow? Yes, we would say holiday. They say vacation, which apparently it's us that changed it, because vacation, similar to like the Latin version of like when Italian is like vacanza, holiday. And then, so the Americans took it, and then apparently it was the English that changed it to holiday. But yeah, that's where the word comes from, staycation. So Maka, yes, every year we also go on a staycation. Yeah, if you live in the UK, in my opinion, a staycation is not worth it, but each to their own. I like sunshine. So okay, so now Anna was talking at this point and then kind of got a bit confused about what she was saying and said this. So let's go. So Andrew, I love staycation in Scotland. You can go to see Skye. I think that's pronounced Skye. Very nice. So, okay, what does Anna say here? Okay, where she was a bit confused, let's say. I think it's this one. Let's go.
Kicking us under the table.
No, it's not that one.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've completely lost my thread.
Okay, we'll listen a couple of times just so you can try to get some kind of meaning. This one is really difficult in my opinion.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've completely lost my thread. Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've completely lost my thread.
So remember, we were talking and then Anna was talking and then said this in the middle of talking. So I will break that down a bit for you now.
Oh, what was your question again? Oh, what was your question again? Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain.
It's difficult to break this one down because it's...
Again, I've just done that mummy brain thing of...
Right, I'll start from the beginning.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of... Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of... Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of...
I love playing with audio. I'll play it all now. So this will include the last part.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of... Completely lost my thread. Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of... Completely lost my thread. Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of... Completely lost my thread.
Okay, so some real jungly things there. Okay, any ideas of what was said there? No one seems to have been brave enough there to put it in. Okay, let's show more of my face actually. Not that it's a nice thing, just to mix it up. Now we're going to listen to it slowly. Okay, so Makamaka. Okay, pretty much. That's pretty good. Okay, got some really good answers there. We'll listen slowly now.
Oh, what was your question?
Actually, I can turn that up a bit.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've completely lost my thread.
Okay, so should be this. Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've just completely lost my thread. Now, when we listen to this again, the mummy brain thing, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I've just realized you're not looking at that. That's embarrassing. So it should be this. Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing. I've just completely lost my thread. So mummy brain, I think that's just like when you're maybe a mum and you've got lots of things going on. It's difficult to focus and remember things, I suppose. But some interesting things. So the way it just, this bit, I've just done that. Listen to that. And also the word my. Okay, so let's listen to those again.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of...
So I just want to listen to there.
Just done that. Again, I've just done that.
I've just done that. I've just done that. I've just done that. I've just done. I've just done.
Again, I've just done that. Again, I've just...
So it's like I have just done. It's just of... I have just is just of just.
Again, I've just done that mummy brain.
And also the last part.
I lost my thread.
How the word my is almost like thread. Thread.
I lost my thread. My thread.
Beautiful. I absolutely love a bit of jungle. And a thread, by the way. So if you are sewing, yep, pretty sure that's right. This is the thread here. So if you lose that, that's quite difficult to get back in there. So that's what it means. Like you lose your thread. It's kind of like I've lost my chain of thought, let's say, just in case you were asking yourself that. Where are we? Okay. Okay, we'll do one more of these quick ones. Okay, so when talking about real men, again, I asked Anna this. So I think this one's quite simple. Only got a little bit to get here. So let's go. Are we ready? Why is that not working?
Knows how to, like, if you buy something, knows how to put it together like a cupboard.
So remember, I was asking Anna about her experience of real men in the South and the North. And I think we were talking about her partner. And I said this.
Knows how to, like, if you buy something, knows how to put it together like a cupboard. knows how to, like, if you buy something, knows how to put it together, like a cupboard.
Okay, what did I say? So just responding to some questions. So Andrew said, so if you don't know the expression mummy brain, you won't get it. So mummy money, because when I first heard that, I also thought that said money brain. So in fact, let's just go back and listen to that again. Okay, the difference between money and mummy, because this is the real training of your ears here when you don't know the expression, but you can get it. Of course, if you know it, it makes it a lot easier. But when you have really trained your ears, you should still be able to get it.
How hot it feels where I am in London.
No, it's not that one.
Mummy brain, mummy brain, mummy brain.
So it's that, just
mummy.
It's just that small bit there.
Oh, what was your question again? I've just done that mummy brain thing of.
So just that is the real challenge, to be able to think that's not money, it's mummy, money, mummy, money, mummy. Very similar. It's just the n and the sound, because if we had the word mummy, so mummy, and the other one would be money, like that. So it's just that one sound here, but once you have trained your ears enough, you will be able to identify those sounds. Okay, so I know put it together, I recognized it. I said to put it together, exactly, put it together. Not too difficult, that one. So just quickly.
Knows how to, like, if you buy something, knows how to put it together.
Put it together, put it.
Knows how.
Put it. But yes, so notice how, like, put it together. So are you good at putting things together? I definitely am not. What about you? Are you good at, so you buy something, have I got something around here like a table? Are you good at putting it together? I certainly am not. That, like, I think is a really well-known expression, but sometimes just getting the order of all of those little words correct is difficult. So we are going to say goodbye now, but I do have something for you. Okay, just quickly, I'm going to read you a limerick. Okay, now limericks are poems that are 5 lines, and the first 2 lines rhyme, and also the second 2, and then the 5th one rhymes with the first 2. Okay, and so I'm going to read it, and you can, now don't try to write every word. I just want you to write some words that you hear. Okay, so instructions again. Do not write every word. Just write a couple of words that you hear. Maybe write 5 words, something like that. So if I say, for example, I drank a beer at the pub, you may write beer and pub, for example. Okay, so let's go. Are we ready? I'm going to read the limerick, and what are you going to do? Write all of the words? No, write some of the words. Okay. With a hug and a sigh, we must part. Though it pains me right here in my heart, but we'll meet once again. Till then, my dear friend, from my thoughts you'll never depart. Very poetic. Thank you, Chat GPT. So I'll read one more time. With a hug and a sigh, we must part. Though it pains me right here in my heart, but we'll meet once again. Till then, my dear friend, from my thoughts you will never depart. Okay, now I'm interested in what words people wrote down. So please tell me in the comments just a few of the words you wrote down of that. Remember, not every word. Hug, part, pains, heart, meet, friend, apart. Hug, sight, meet, friend, thought. Okay, this is very, very interesting, because the words you obviously wrote down there, So when I said that with a hug, sorry. So I said, pains. Okay. So when I read that, I said, with a hug and a sigh, we must part. Though it pains me right here in my heart, but we'll meet once again. Till then, my dear friend, also some here, maybe this, from my thoughts, you'll never depart. Okay. And those are pretty much all of the words that you have written, because those are the stressed words. So that's how English works. If you can get the stressed words correct, people will understand you. Okay. It's everything is in this stressed word. So that's like it was like, with a hug and a sigh, we must part. Notice lose the t there. We must part. Though it pains me right here in my heart. Notice that might even become m. But we'll meet once again. Till then, my dear friend, from my thoughts, you'll never depart. Maybe even the first part of never was stressed as well. So that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, by the way, I forgot the word sigh is like this. That's a sigh. So that's all for everyone. Remember to check out my free ebook, the RnR Vocabulary Bible, with lots of pieces of rock and roll vocabulary used on the podcast, some exercises, explanations, context, podcast episodes, everything. And of course, my online course, Jungle Listening, where we go into the jungle like we have done a few times today, but broken down into much more simple steps. So thanks a lot for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found something useful. Maybe learned something new. What do we have? Mummy brain, never eat shredded wheat. We spoke about a toad, to be towed in the car. We spoke about a tankard, didn't we? To hop, a hopscotch. And we also had a lovely limerick, didn't we? So some last comments. What was a chat GPT prompt for that, Martin? My prompt was, can you write me 10 limericks about saying goodbye? And then that's what I got. So thank you. It was brilliant. Thanks for coming, Ola. Rainbow, what a nice limerick. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Rainbow. And keep on rocking, baby. So yes, thanks, everyone. Have a good day, evening, whatever.